Well, hey, Gundam Maniacs, welcome to another episode of Gundam Explained. In this one, we're continuing our look at that free Gundam Build Metaverse show that Bandai's been posting up on their Gundam.info YouTube. And it's kind of sad that it stops with 3, because after 1 and 2, I was thinking, wow, there's some cool stories being told here that's very interesting. But, you know, episode 3 is still pretty cool. I'm going to go through some of the things I've thought was interesting in it, and a Gundam that I think is just so badass. I think I'm going to buy a model kit of it, even though it's not Universal Century. So, like, the coolest thing about this episode is the fact that it's, like, constant action. And what I mean by it is just seeing a whole bunch of different looking mobile suits that are in the vein of being kit bashed because of the kind of the essence of the series. It's a build series. It's kind of this meta, it's Metaverse, of building Gunpla from the Gundam series as its own show. Find it interesting. I find it interesting too that it's only 3 episodes, because the first and second episode really did a good job of establishing these kind of newer characters and what they're going through, and it seems like we get it to resolve quickly in this third episode, it mainly having to do with that sister dynamic that was going on. But yeah, let's keep going. And as they're talking about the rules and how this fight is going to play out, there's some awesome artwork just showing different types of Gundam mobile suits all throughout all of Gundam, actually. Some of them having little degrees of changes due to them being kit bashed, but there's some really cool artwork out of this. And I appreciated from the last couple episodes, like in a hobby store. Like, I liked that look in a cartoon that I can relate to. And the same thing happens when the characters are building their Gunpla, looking at, you know, that airbrush machine with the tubing going out, the exhaust out the window. I mean, that's how I had mine set up for the longest time. So, you know, it's cool that you can kind of relate in that aspect. Here we go with some other cool shots. You know, it would be a whole other activity, maybe fun to do, to look at each mobile suit in the series, in this third episode, to see, okay, what one is this? If it's not detailed anywhere, what it is. What different kits is it using to create what it is? It's cool showing the two from last time kind of battling, and it's all like for fun what's going on. You can kind of see the excitement people are having just to go out and fight. I mean, just every frame of animation here has some cool characters and some cool looking mobile suits. It just keeps going and going. I'm not a big Barbaros fan, but that one on the left has some of, you know, a mix of like UC and maybe 00 or something like that. Yeah. Love the look of it, even Seed. And that one looks pretty cool, I gotta admit, right? Using like the age base. And I mean, that's a cool shot too. That's a cool shot. And while everyone's having fun doing their Gunpla battles, this is where we have the sister show up of, and her name's Maria. I think it's Saria's sister. So that was kind of the plot that was brought up in the last episode, because really, while this whole Gunpla battling is just like a game, it's fun to do, what is really the drama or the conflict here? And it's kind of to get through to Maria. So let's see if, it works out. So as cool as that mobile suit did look, it looks even badass in its final form. So this is the Typhoeus Gundam Chimera. Typhoeus Gundam Chimera. Not much on the wiki about it. And yeah, because it's new and all that, but it is just so cool. And I love this sort of stuff, and the design, I think, is in line with UC to a degree. It has, you know, the core Gundam itself that goes inside this like mobile armor that makes it bigger. It gives it those Saikamu hands that we see with like the Zeong. Oh, and look at those shoulder-mounted cannons. And then, yeah, here's a look of it when it's not in its final form, its mobile armor, Saikamu, whatever you want to call it. But it looks awesome. You know, a little more alien than would be in Universal Century, but it's still a very cool look. And like I said, this is something that I think I would totally purchase. Yeah, so look, it has it next to the entry grade of the Law Gundam. And even that looks cool. So I gotta say, I don't know if it's the repetition, but it's like seeing these over and over, I'm like, you know, these are pretty cool. And it transforms. You gotta love that. And then here's a whole bunch of it with its, so it seemed to have armor boosters on its legs that can like reach out like claws. with the various bits or whatever flying out. And I mean, that all looks awesome. This like reminds me of just some like final battle scene that would be in a Universal Century for sure. Like some Titans unit, you know, Advance of Zeta type thing going on. And of course with the hand, you know, with the Zeong, I have the Robot Spirits Zeong, and I love messing around with the hand attachments it has with the little wire guided, and I think they're like bendy wires. I'm sure they're going to do that here. Oh, here it is for real in a case, looking cool, called Large Unit Tentative. Hold on, no further confirmations have been released yet, but since the kit includes the arms and reflector bits from the Psycho Gundam Mark II, it suggests that we may also get a high-grade Psycho Gundam Mark II in the future. Well, that's pretty cool. I wasn't even thinking about that. And here we go, December release 63. I've been buying from HobbyLink Japan lately, and they do deliver pretty quick. I might have to get in on this. Back to the episode. Wow, what a kick-ass shot. I think I need to screenshot this for the thumbnail. All right, we're seeing a couple of these characters talk to each other. They are kind of like fan service characters showing up. Sei Iori is a character introduced in Gundam Build Fighters and one of the two protagonists of that anime. Although his skills in Gunpla building are exceptional, Sei's Gunpla battle piloting skills were lacking until they gradually improved over the course of the series, to the point where he was able to hold his own against Reiji. He is the builder of multiple custom Gunpla, such as Build Strike Gundam, Burning Gundam, Exceed Galaxy, which actually looks really cool. That's what's in this, I think. Wow, so he's 13 in Build Fighters, 20 in Build Fighters Try. There's a lot of background on this character, a lot, which is pretty neat, actually. And then this other guy, so Tatsuya Yuki, also known as Meijin Kawaguchi III, is a character introduced in the Gundam Build Fighters anime, but it looks like he's a protagonist in a manga, and then he appeared as a supporting character in Try and, as we can see, Metaverse. So they show him when he's 7. Wow. And then 17, and then 24. Again, another character with a lot of backstory that, I mean, it must be fun going through the old Build series to get all that. Because so far, what we're seeing with the current Build Metaverse is there's not a lot of information yet. And what they have as a synopsis on this episode is the large-scale battle of 200 against 200. That's awesome. Finally begins. So that's what I want from a video game. Ryo rushes through the enemy lines in order to reach Maria with his own words. Sparks fly as famous fighters clash throughout the battle, field while Ryo's Law Gundam confronts the mighty Mascarila's Maria Gunpla. So, you know, what's interesting about this episode then, it's really like fan servicey. We're showing all these cool characters battling, having fun in the Gunpla matches, which is pretty cool. And really the only, like I mentioned earlier, the only really thing that makes this like an interesting, compelling story of what's going on has to do with Sari and her sister Maria and all that stuff. And, you know, they get through that as you see them doing some battling. You know, there's then Maria's talking about her drama and all that. Ryo talks Maria into chilling out, being cool. I guess that's where the story goes. And there we go, the Law Gundam reaching his hand out to conclude this episode in peace. And while that's it, we get some stuff that shows up at the end after the credits. Just another battle starting. Friends having fun again, doing some Gunpla battling. You know, so that's about it with this episode, because really it's very interesting what happened. So we got these 3 episodes for the Build Metaverse, and I thought it would coincide with the video game. Now there is that sort of Gunpla Metaverse battling system that has had a beta available for some that you can go ahead and try it out, but apparently it's not fully there yet. Rumor is also that there was a Gundam game supposed to come out around this time that also got delayed. I don't know if it's related. For some reason, I feel like there's this gap, this emptiness. We get these 3 episodes. I mean, yeah, sure, we're getting some kits that are coming out, but I thought there'd be more. You know, I kind of wish there was more episodes to this, even if it was like 6 or 7, because I think there was some time to flesh out some of the characters, kind of make more rewarding instances of characters from previous shows showing up again. But, you know, the fact that they do something like this anyway is awesome. If Bandai's able to push out some sort of 3-episode thing every once in a while, that's better than nothing, or better than nothing maybe because they can't like afford to do an additional series. That's so many episodes. But I feel empty now that it's over. I really do. So really my favorite Gunpla from the entire thing is that Typhoeus Chimera Gundam. I mean, I'm going to get the kit for that. It looks so awesome. Although the other ones look cool too. So sometimes I have to pick and choose what am I going to get because I still have a backlog I'm working on. So anyway, I'm curious, what is your favorite Gunpla that they showed from the 3 episodes? It could even be one from the previous build shows. That's fine too. I'm just curious what everyone really likes out of this. And yeah, hopefully we get more with the characters, more with the Metaverse. Not only the game, the Gunpla battling system that is coming out, the Metaverse aspect of it, but also if an additional video game comes out alongside it. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think below. This has been fun, but hoping for more. Yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk later.